How's it going, everyone? It's your boy Big D here, time to review Blunt Talk, Season 1, Episode 2, titled I Experience Shame and Anticipate Punishment. Spoiler review. If you have not seen the episode, go to www.stars.com. I don't know if they have the full episode there, or if they always replay it on Stars. I notice weekly, like every day they show a replay of the new episode. So if you have Stars, watch Blunt Talk, and if you don't, find a way to, because it is a funny show. Patrick Stewart, Professor X. You don't even see much Professor X in this show, man. He's so different. And I know Patrick Stewart has a long career of film and Star Trek and everything, but you just don't see him as Professor X. That's where I grew up knowing him from. I don't even see him as that anymore. I see him as Walter Blunt. So let's get right to it. Should take me less than really 2 minutes to recap the episode. I'm just going to summarize it for you because it's only 30 minutes. It's not that hard. There's a limited amount of scenes, and then pros, cons, final score, and stay tuned to the end because I'm going to be talking about something special I saw in the episode. So all you men out there, please stay. So anyway, let's get right to it. First off, you know how last week he was like, the truth, and he fell and everything, and he got passed out, all that. So he had a dream, and the regular Seth MacFarlane way, who is the executive producer, he's doing a dance, and I'm like, God damn it, Seth MacFarlane. Why? Everything he touches, you have to dance and have showgirls and everything and be all showy and flashy. And I like that, but every damn time I'm like, oh, there's Seth MacFarlane for you. So he has a dream in showgirls, and he sees his mom, and he's like, he thinks it's a second chance, and that he has, this is his time to revive his career and everything and save it. So he's doing a painting of Harry, and he meets this guy named Ronnie, who is his next door neighbor, and he's like a porn guy who makes porn and everything. So and he's that actor who has a beard, and he was in the other guys, and he was like, more hair here, but like to Mark Wahlberg, and he was trying to make a hit at Mark Wahlberg. So if you remember that guy, I think he does a lot more Adult Swim stuff. I don't watch that because I have a life, So next door, and basically he gives him his card and everything if he ever wants to do anything in business. So they're at the airport because Walter's company wants him to go to Galveston because there's a hurricane going on. So he's in the bathroom, and it's like a 4 or 5 minute scene, less than 4 minutes, where he's trying to put the toilet paper, the special thing, on the toilet so he doesn't get a disease, or it's just dirty on the toilet. He wants to be clean, and it's not working. He's like, no. And he puts the toilet, and then it gets sucked in and everything. And so he goes, and after he does that, he goes and tries to do the sink. No. It just doesn't work. It's like, this is the worst luck he has ever, man. And then the soap doesn't work. The soap, no, fuck it, And it works at the end, and then the sink doesn't work. I was like, no, what is this? Is Ashton Kutcher gonna pop out real soon? You just got punked. Or pranked, whatever they say. And other than that, that was really, really funny scene. He misses his flight to Galveston, so he goes to Ronnie. He wants to use his green screen because they have an idea to do green screen in the hurricane and everything, and that's basically where we see the porn industry and a bunch of posters and everything, and we get behind the scenes, the magic of the cinema. Well, it's not really cinema, but the magic of the 1 hour, 40-minute movies, 30-minute movies, short film pornos. So the ones that actually act. So Harry has to, it's a deal. Harry has to go fuck this girl, and he no condom or anything. They didn't tell him that till later, but there's a health department's always on the guy. So he has some problems. He doesn't want to take Viagra and everything because he says, I experience shame and anticipate punishment, Major. So that goes down. So they do the green screen and the rain and everything in the health department. And Remy LaCroix poster, I'd have to say, Ronnie was like, hey, when the health department was coming, he was like, hey, we gotta go. He was like, stop it, health department. There's a poster, and I'll have a picture at the end I want to talk about in a minute, of Remy LaCroix and James Dean. Those are one of my favorite porn stars, man. Remy LaCroix and James Dean is wow. I mean, we're talking about Blunt Talk right now, but I'll get to little Remy in a minute when I heard one of her first videos. Anyway, so the shoot is off, and we find out the hurricane went from a stage 4 or stage 3 to a stage 2, so it wasn't going to be as huge of a hurricane, so it's off. They're just going to do a regular Saturday night broadcast. And so he sleeps at the end. Harry reads him a book, and that's the episode. What did I think about it overall, guys? First off, let me give you my pros. First off, I love the porn aspect to the the episode. It made me laugh, and it made me like, oh, okay. Like, I knew the behind the scenes and everything. I always looked in that, but it's all about, it was about behind the scenes too, not about what's on camera. But the whole aspect of that was awesome. I love seeing that type of things, like where you learn, and not where you didn't learn anything in this per se, but the whole aspect of that, and how Walter and Harry with it, man. Harry was so funny in this episode. Even, I'm glad we didn't get to see his penis though, but I'm very shocked we didn't get to see footage of him, like, wrestling with a woman or something, like, going at it. But Walter Blunt, Patrick Stewart in here is fantastic as always. The only part I didn't really like is when he was yelling at Ronnie, and then the neighbor, "What are you doing? You can't do the dodgeball." Like, I just felt like Patrick Stewart was like, you're angry? You just look like you're standing still, like, what happened to like, you're just like, so I was kind of like, oh man, I don't like that anger. It doesn't feel angry. It just feels like you're just yelling and you don't mean it. So nothing against Patrick Stewart. I'm saying for Walter Blunt wise, the character, they should have made him like more angry than just yelling, because that painting looked like it took a while. The pros porn, Walter Blunt, the airport scene, anything in the airport was fantastic. That was the gold right there. That was the gold spot of the episode. That was the major thing that you'll remember walking out of this episode. The Remy in the Corner thing, I do gotta say. You gotta follow her on Instagram. I'll put it right there. If I remember, you got to be kidding me. Seriously. She's a regular person, because porn stars, they don't just do porn, they actually have a life and they do other stuff, by the way. So I just want people to know that they don't just fuck, they actually have a life and have family and do shit. So I just want to get that straight right there. Yeah, they have a life like us, and they get paid more than you. So I would shut up if I were you. They get paid more than you. Either way, let's get right to it. Let's get right to this. I mean, the opening of the whole showgirls and the dancing was fine with me. It had a little emotional when he was like, "I saw my mother. Oh shit, we're on air." Like, I was like, oh, so close to emotion right there. Like, he was getting, like, Patrick Stewart switches from emotion to comedy, and it's awesome. I'm still Walter Blunt. Right here, right now. I love that. God bless Patrick Stewart. And the directing of this episode, nothing noteworthy, but it was fine. Nothing wrong with the directing. I think it was all perfectly fine. Ronnie, the guy who with the beard and everything, he's like, I bring joy to people's lives. Like, he always has to do he always has to do that. And I'm like, why? But still, he's really funny in this episode. The smoothie scene when Walter's boss, Bob, he's kind of like, what do you think about that? Well, shh. You shh up, and like, he had to like raise his voice, and then it went like, it was just so funny. I was like, oh my gosh, the smoothie scene. You're also gonna remember that one. Harry, and again, it was just funny overall, but was it as funny as the series premiere? I think the series premiere still had one of those bigger impacts on me because it was something different that I haven't seen. But this episode still, again, the porn and the Harry scenes are always well done. The only cons really is the ending, the last part where he's reading the book and everything and he falls asleep. It's kind of like a rehash of earlier on in the episode when he goes to bed and everything. I mean, you could get the ending, but I enjoyed the other ending last week when he was like that made you want to watch next week's episode. Like, okay, what happens now? Next week's preview looks okay. It doesn't look as fun as the first two episodes, but again, I haven't seen the episode. It's in 7 days. But just as the promo was given, it was like, it doesn't have no up to it, like, yeah. The green screen was for nothing. I'm talking about the storyline for it. Like, I get it. He wasted the whole time in the episode, but when you think about it, the whole green screen part was really, I mean, it was for nothing. Just think about that. Also, we didn't get to see no test footage of Harry, or we didn't get to see no footage of a hurricane. I was kind of angry about that. We never got to see Harry go at it, or we never got to see no footage of, if they could show naked women on here, then they could have showed Harry going at it, but I guess they didn't film it, or else they could took out a spot and put it on there. So overall, and also, he's like, I ate Jim's sushi from yesterday. That wasn't from yesterday. I see what you did there, Jim. Dirty little boy. I'm going to give this episode of Blunt Talk, Season 1, Episode 2, I Experience Shame and Anticipate Punishment, a solid B. I enjoyed last week's series premiere better, but this one's good. It's still good. Last week was really good. It's just good. It's still watchable. And it's another good episode. I mean, nothing really wrong with it as much as failing or anything. It was just, when you think about the whole Galveston thing and all that, it was kind of just, you rather would have just had them go to the porn studio and do stuff there instead of just the whole, you know, and I'm Walter Blunt, you know. So those who don't want to talk about Remy LaCroix, you could go now. I'm about to get to Remy LaCroix. So I'll see you next week for more Blunt Talk. Thank you so much for watching. Been Spocky with you always. Now for the people who want to stay for Remy LaCroix, I got some photos afterwards here for you guys. And gosh, I mean, I have a picture of her and James Dean, who, like, she has her mouth and her hand in her mouth and her hand in his mouth. It's really cute. Her first video was kink.com back. I don't know if she started when she was 18 or 20. I'm not sure. I think 18. She's 24, 26 right now. I think 26. I may be wrong. Don't count me on this. So she was 18 when she started, I think. I don't think she's been in the industry that long. Not like 10 years. Not like, almost close to maybe a decade. No, 6, 7 years. I remember she retired in 2011, then came back. Wow. When she was 18, I think I discovered her, and then she's 26 now. Something like that. Either way, very, very, oh gosh, she's, like, just, I mean, Jinx Mays, you know, Christy Lynn, Julia Ann, Lisa Ann, Charlie Chase, all them, they're, oh gosh, they're amazing. But Remy LaCroix is just the one special, the boo in my heart. Like, she's my jigaboo, man. So, seriously, Stephen Amell's my jigaboo, but her, I mean, Wes Bentley too, but her, I mean, like, perfection. What James Dean, funny guy, man. He's such a fun, warm-hearted guy, man. You just want to have a conversation with him. You don't have to talk about porn with him. You can just talk about food, DVDs, movies. They're regular people just like you and me. They watch TV, they watch movies, they do other things. They're human just like us. You have your views, I have mine. They have their views. Either way, I got some photos for you, and that was basically all I wanted to talk about. I know to talk about my interaction and my love for Remy LaCroix. Either way, her poster right there is going to be after this, what I saw at the show. And other than that, thank you so much for watching. I hope all of you enjoyed. And I already had, you got to be kidding me, for her Instagram, I said, hey, I saw you on Blunt Talk. Don't know if she'll reply back. She replies back to some people, but you know. See you all for the next one.